Hello everyone, this is Elijah Paul. Today I'm going to be sharing something brief yet profound with you. Have you ever sat down and you start looking at your colleagues, your friends, your peers and your counterparts, and you start thinking and nursing thoughts, sometimes even talking to God and saying, God, why was not I born in this family? Why was I giving birth in this family? Why was I giving birth in this community? Why was I giving birth in this country? If you've ever had such a thought, I want you to listen very well, pay good attention. The book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 8 and verse 15. The Bible said in verse 8 that the Lord created Eden and he planted a garden in Eden. After planting the garden, he now kept man there. And in verse 15, that was where he commissioned man and gave him a work, which is to tend and to keep the garden. Some versions will say to guard and to keep, to dress and to keep the garden. Now, this is the point. He created man and placed him in the garden. I want you to know firstly that where you were giving birth to, it was God that placed you there. And there is a purpose why you were placed in that place. There is a purpose why you were born in that family. There is a purpose why the route in which you came to this earth was through that family. There is a purpose why you were giving birth in that community, in that country. Number 2 is it was in that same garden that the Lord gave Adam a work. He commissioned them to dress and to keep the garden. Now the work I'm talking in this regard now is not job, it's purpose. That was where he gave Adam a purpose. The primary purpose, which is to dress and to keep the garden, apart from having fellowship with him and all. So instead of you lamenting and crying, why was I born? Why not asking God? Turn that question and that painful question to God. What was your intent? What was the reason you have in mind why I was giving birth in this place? Why did you allow me to come to this route? Number 2 is, see, that place you were designed for such a time. Some people still ask, God, why was not even I born in, I've heard stories of how things were easy then, how things were smooth then, and you keep lamenting, and why wasn't I born in that time? I want you to know that you were born for a time as this. So you should be asking God, what is your intent in heart? What's that thing you want me to do? What is that plan you had in mind that you want to bring through me to my generation, to my family? These are the kind of questions you should be asking instead of lamenting. The third thing I want you to see is that if you read downwards, it was in Eden where the Lord now created the is it 4 rivers now? The Pishon, the Gihon, and Euphrates, and the rest. And the first river, the Bible said there was gold found in it. So your provision is in your assignments. He gave man work to tend and to keep the garden. Your provision is in your work, is in your purpose. So the thing you should be asking God, Father, what is your purpose for my life? What is the reason why I was given birth in this place? Because you see, every vision, there is a provision attached to it. But until you give yourself to that vision, until you start asking the right question and you discover your vision, you cannot have a provision for the vision. So you should be asking God, because you see, he gave Adam work. Jesus said, I must walk the work of him that sent me. Because Jesus discovered that he has a work, and that work is his uttermost purpose. When he came, he said, I have come in the volume of the book as it were written about me. There is a volume of book that has been written about you. So you should be asking God to reveal to you your own volume. Your name has been written. Your life is planned. You are not living. Your life is not a surprise to God. Your life has been predestined. He said to Jeremiah, he said, before I formed you, I knew you, I've ordained you, and I sanctify you, and I've ordained you. The book of Jeremiah chapter 1, to be a prophet unto the nation. You were sent. So you should be asking the right question. What is the reason why? Why did you send me? Why was I here? Why did I come through this route? Or why did I came through this route rather? And start asking the right question, and God will bring you answer. So instead of worrying, instead of lamenting, instead of crying and wallowing in regret, instead of comparing yourself to your counterpart, comparing yourself to people out there, you should start asking the right question and look for a way to start developing yourself. Ask Him for your assignment. Give yourself to growth. I hope this serve as a direction, as an inspiration, as a comfort to someone. See you next week. I'll be dropping a video next week. Stay blessed. Don't forget that Jesus loves you and God is very much interested and intentional about your life. Bye.